Hi, ladies. Welcome. Have you ever noticed your husband looking at another woman and suddenly felt that pain in your chest? That quiet question in your mind? Am I not enough? I lived with that feeling for years. In this video, I want to share my personal journey dealing with my husband's wandering eyes, the emotional impact it had on me, and the lessons that helped me regain my confidence and peace. Over the years, I have seen many women experience the same, but they don't always feel comfortable discussing it or seeking help, and often this has led to marriage problems. Seeing your partner look at other women can bring up many emotions: insecurity, jealousy, hurt, and self-doubt. I know this feeling very well because I went through it myself for many years. But over time, I learned some important lessons about self-worth, emotional strength, communication, and protecting my peace. And today, I want to share those lessons with you. In relationships, one of the most common emotional challenges women face is dealing with a partner's wandering eyes. While it can feel hurtful or disrespectful, understanding the psychology behind this behavior and learning how to respond with emotional strength can help maintain self-worth and peace of mind. Why do men have wandering eyes? Men will always have wandering eyes, but it doesn't always mean disloyalty or lack of love. In many cases, it's a natural, instinctive reaction influenced by visual attraction. However, when it becomes frequent and disrespectful, it can signal deeper issues like lack of emotional connection, boredom, or poor self-control. Recognizing the difference between harmless glances and inappropriate behavior is key to addressing the situation calmly. Seeing a partner's attention drift elsewhere can trigger feelings of insecurity, jealousy, or inadequacy. These emotions are valid, but allowing them to dominate you can harm self-esteem and the relationship. One of the biggest lessons I learned was this: my worth is not defined by someone else's behavior. I started focusing more on myself, my personal growth, my happiness, and my self-respect. Instead of constantly seeking validation from my husband, I began building my confidence from within. This shift in mindset helped me become emotionally stronger. Here are 7 ways you as a woman can overcome his wandering eyes emotionally. 1. Strengthen self-confidence. Confidence is the foundation of emotional resilience. Focusing on personal growth, achievements, and self-care helps reinforce inner strength. When self-worth comes from within, external validation becomes less important. 2. Communicate openly. Honest communication is essential. Expressing feelings calmly without accusation allows for understanding rather than conflict. Using "I feel" statements instead of "you always" helps keep the conversation constructive. 3. Set boundaries. Every relationship needs mutual respect. If a partner's behavior crosses emotional boundaries, it's important to address it clearly. Setting expectations about respect and attention helps both partners understand what is acceptable. 4. Avoid comparison. Comparing oneself to others only deepens insecurity. Everyone has unique qualities that make them valuable. Focusing on individuality and self-acceptance helps shift attention away from competition and toward self-love. 5. Focus on emotional connection. Building deeper emotional intimacy can reduce wandering attention. Shared experiences, meaningful conversations, and mutual appreciation strengthen the bond and remind both partners of their connection. 6. Practice emotional detachment. Emotional detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means maintaining peace regardless of another person's actions. Learning to control reactions and not internalize every behavior helps preserve emotional stability. 7. Seek support. Talking to trusted friends, mentors, or counselors can provide perspective and comfort. Sometimes an outside view helps clarify whether the issue is minor or part of a larger pattern that needs addressing. Remember, men's wandering eyes can be unsettling, but emotional strength and self-awareness empower women to handle it with grace. By applying these 7 strategies mentioned, it's possible to maintain dignity and peace of mind. True empowerment comes from knowing self-worth and refusing to let external behaviors define your inner value. Message to women watching. If you are a woman who has experienced this situation, I want you to remember something very important. You are valuable. You are enough. And your worth does not depend on anyone else's attention. Focus on building your confidence, your strength, and your inner peace. When you know your value, other people's actions have less power over your happiness. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or relatable, please like the video and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.